Hello everyone, welcome back to day 5 of Revise 30 Days Challenge. In today's video, we're going to talk about a problem that I am not able to speak confidently in English when I have to discuss on unfamiliar topics. Topics that I have never heard before, topics that I don't have enough idea or 100% confidence on. Okay, so in this video, we're going to discuss the problems first, why this set of problems happen in the first place, and in the second part of the video, we're going to find the possible solution to this problem. At the end of the video, I'm going to leave a pro tip for you guys. Make sure that you watch this video till the end and try to take a moment and subscribe to the channel and like the video if you like it, of course. Now, let's talk about the problem here. This situation of not finding the right set of ideas on a certain topic can happen with anybody. It happens with me all the time. There are set of issues or discussions that happen around me which I have never heard about. Maybe somebody talking about gadgets, there is this new phone launched in the market, or there is this new GoPro camera that has been launched in the market. There is new technology that is developed in so and so sector. New constructions are happening in so and so part of the world. These kinds of things which are very general knowledge stuff, I am not much into those topics. Okay, same thing might be happening with you. You are not aware of certain topics, but you are very confident on topics like, if you are interested in cooking, you would know about what is the new recipe or how can I cook this particular dish. You know about that. But if I ask you to talk about women empowerment that is happening in the United Nations, now that's a hard one. Okay, we don't think about these topics. We don't invest our energy to even read about such stuffs. But now we are talking about a situation where you happen to be in one such problem where somebody asked you a question about a scientific development that is happening in Tesla at this moment. And you are somebody who is not interested in Tesla. You are not somebody who is interested in scientific developments. How will you handle that particular situation? How can you be out of that problem with utmost confidence and should be able to deliver at least some set of answers or some set of statements there? Okay. Now, to understand this problem, we need to look at this blackboard right now. This is a two set of problems. When you have to speak on topics which are unfamiliar, you are stricken with two sets of issues at the back of your mind. The first set of issue is that I have never heard about this topic in my life. Okay, this is a topic which is, common for a lot of people, but I have not heard about it much. Okay, second set of problem is the fear of using wrong words or idioms, or I can say the fear of making grammatical errors or the fear of being judged and made fun of. I am talking about such problems where we are in the zone of being somebody who can be judged for the language, somebody who can use wrong words in that moment. We had already taken a moment to discuss these particular problems in our previous two videos. I am leaving a link in the upside somewhere here, as well as this goes in the description box also. Make sure you check those videos to talk about these particular problems and what are the possible solutions. In this video, we're going to tackle this part of the problem. How can I manage a situation where I have never heard about a topic, or maybe I am not 100% confident of my information? I may be correct or may not be correct. So how do I handle this? If I have to elaborate this a bit further, I want to take your focus onto this part. This problem where I'm not sure about the topic is again two parts. The first part is I have never heard, or I might have heard, but I'm not 100% confident. Okay, two set of problems. Never heard about the topic, might have heard about the topic, but not 100% confident on that issue. So in this video, we're going to find solution for this problem as well as this problem. Okay, talking about the very first problem, and that is how can I handle a situation where I have never heard about a topic. I have never heard about a topic. That is the first part of the problem. To talk about an issue or a topic where I have not much information on it, I don't even have the slightest idea. Now let's imagine a situation or an example. Somebody asked you a question. What is your take on the scientific developments that are happening in Tesla at the moment? When you heard this question, or when you hear this question, your mind goes boom. It goes completely blank because you are somebody who is not interested in Tesla. You are somebody who doesn't give much attention on topics like Tesla, scientific developments, and when somebody asks you this question, you're blank for a moment. You need to revise everything that you know about that subject. You need to take that moment to just calm yourself down. Because chances are, if something like that comes to you, and if you go blank in that moment, your body and your facial expressions react in a very negative manner. You show your frustration like that. You put your hands onto your head and you start thinking, oh my God, what can I talk about it? Okay? Now, we understood the problem that I am not sure about it. The solution to this problem is actually very simple. At the same time, it requires some practice. The problem can be solved with the answer if you can just ask some questions. If you can just ask some questions to the person who is asking this question to you in the first place, and by addressing the problem that, you know what, I am not 100% confident, or I am not 100% sure of what Tesla does. So if you can just take a moment and give me a few insights on the company Tesla, maybe then I'll discuss something. Okay? Listen to me again. How will you handle this situation? You're going to ask a very simple question. But before asking the question, you will make a statement. You will say that, unfortunately, I am not sure about what Tesla does. So if you can just take a minute and help me to understand what Tesla does and what sort of scientific developments are we talking about. Okay? You can take a moment, take a pause and go through this statement again. This is a statement which you can directly use in any situation. Any sort of question that is put forward to you, use the exact sentence. So what I'm trying to say here is that learn this sentence. You don't have to worry about the grammar part. Don't take tension on the tenses part or the prepositions or the articles. Just pick the statement right away. Okay? Again, I'm going to repeat it for you. Unfortunately, I'm not 100% confident on what Tesla does. If you can, just take a moment and explain it to me what Tesla is and what sorts of scientific developments are we talking about. Okay? So we are doing two things. First of all, we are accepting that I am not somebody who has solution for every discussions that will be there, because there is no law or there is no rule or there is no race where you should be aware of everything. Huge world, huge topics, large number of topics are there. I cannot be well versed with all of them. So it's okay to accept it and put in a very calm and polite way that unfortunately I'm not aware of this particular topic. If you can give me some insight, I will be able to, continue from there. All right. Second thing that you are doing with this discussion is you are actually putting the pressure onto somebody else. The person who asked you this question will be in charge of answering the question for you, will be in charge of handling the situation for you. And that's the beauty of enhancing a language. Don't take all the pressure on your shoulders. Don't show your frustration to the world out there. Don't make your hand gestures or your connectors to be a mess up for you. You don't want that. Okay? Now, what you did here, you asked him a question or her a question, and this person will give you some sort of information about this particular topic. From there, you can say, hey, thank you for that. Am I right? Is Tesla something or some company who is trying to create or manufacture some electric vehicles? Am I right if Tesla is the company who is doing some developments in the electric vehicles that are sold in the market these days? Now, what you're trying to do here is that you are actually picking up from the cues or the keywords that this person has given to you. When this person is giving you information about Tesla and the developments, you are taking the keywords from there and connecting it with the shortest memory that you have. Believe it or not, your brain works in a magical way. There are information that are fed from different parts of the world or different resources that are available to you, maybe social media, maybe magazines or the newspapers or news channel. You're passing by through the room and your father is watching TV and there is this name Tesla going on there. Okay, you were just passing by. That information is somehow captured in your brain. You are not focusing on it, but your subconscious mind is actually picking on those traits. And when somebody provided you information, this part of the information is called controlled information. When somebody told you this is what it is, you knew what they're talking about because your brain has captured that information. Now you can pick it up from there and say that, you know what, I know what Tesla is. They manufacture rockets. They manufacture something. You know, I'm not saying that this can be a situation for everybody. Sometimes maybe you don't have the right information. Then engage into the question asking technique. Ask them again. Still, I'm not 100% confident if I know about Tesla. Maybe I'll do my research at home and we can have a proper discussion on it tomorrow. Okay? Handling the situation with confidence is our ultimate target. I am talking about situations which can be controlled. I'm not talking about a job interview. For a job interview, we'll be launching a new series of how to handle situations in jobs. We will be talking about that separately. But in this particular series, we are talking about a problem that I have to handle it confidently and tell them that, you know what, I'll do my research at home and maybe we can have a very detailed discussion about it tomorrow. Taking a moment of break here and just going through what we have already discussed is really important. Take a pause in this video right now. Go back to the information that I gave you, apply it to something that you might have faced in your life and leave a comment in the comment section telling me that yes, Ash, something like that has happened with me and this is what happened. Give your answers to me. The more feedback I get from you guys will actually give me a right set of direction to create more content for you. Okay, leave it in the description, leave it in the chat box because it will help you and me to understand the question properly. Okay, now let's talk about the second part of the problem. You may not be 100% confident about your information, but you have some idea. The same logic can be applied in here, but in this case, you can ask some familiar questions. You can start asking by that, is Tesla the company who is into rocket science? Or is Tesla the company who is owned by Elon Musk? Or is Tesla the company who is into manufacturing electric vehicles? Now, when you ask these kinds of questions, you have some set of information, but you want an assurance from somebody else, and this person will give you a yes or no, and from there you can pick up a conversation. If you are right, you know what you want to talk about. If you're not right, you can ask them the first set of questions. Okay, maybe I'm not 100% sure about it. Can you help me to understand it? It's much better to say something out of the box and something stupid which you will later regret, rather than you can actually own the situation and tell them, this is what I know, am I right? If yes, good. If no, let's go back to the first technique. I don't know about it, unfortunately. Can you help me to understand it? Okay? Either way, you will be handling the situation with confidence. Talking about the pro tip here, it's time. You have made it through the entire video and it's really important that I give you something beneficial here. There are 3 things that you should always keep in mind if you have to talk about any topic across any discussions. Okay? Number 1, keep a good eye contact. Remember, I'll be creating a separate new video to talk about this problem, but creating a proper eye contact will help you to show that I am in control of the situation. You can look at that person for 10 seconds and then you can divert your attention and look at something else. Don't gaze. Don't look at that person for like more than 30 seconds or 1 minute and this person starts feeling uncomfortable. Okay? It's only 10 seconds. Secondly, don't show your frustration out. I have been telling you throughout the video, the moment you let your frustration control you, you go blank completely through your mind, people start judging you, people start making remarks about you that he is not aware of the topic or she is not aware of the topic. And the third most important thing, avoid using filler sounds like well, you know, like. These are some of the fillers or filler sounds that we use when we are not sure what to say and when we are uncomfortable about a situation. Okay? Instead of that, take a pause of 2 seconds rather than just filling it with extra words or fillers. Okay? I hope we had a good session here. I hope you guys are able to connect with me what I'm trying to say in this video. What was the problem? What are the possible solutions? And the logic, or every day I'm going to leave an activity for you, and the activity for this particular session is try to apply this logic to one of the situations that you might have faced in your life, and hope you get something out of it. If yes, please leave it in the comment section. Also make sure that you are checking on our vocabulary series that is going on in the short section. Hope you are able to find one word every day and use it throughout the day, and leave in the comment section, this is my sentence, Ash, can you please go through it? I will go through it, and if I find any error, I will correct you in that moment itself. Okay, we are in this together, you and I. We're gonna take this journey of 30 days together, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. I will catch up with you in the next video. Till then, enjoy yourself.